astounding, as is Adam Booker. So I'm really very pleased to welcome Adam Booker to the Asheville Bass Line.
Thank you, Jake, for inviting me out here to play tonight. Been fighting a bit of a head cold lately, so this could get weird because the cold medicine just kicked in. It's been wonderful living here in North Carolina. I just moved down to Boone this time last year to take over teaching bass over there at App State. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's a beautiful part of the country. I'm happy to be here. And let's just start with let's just go right for the jugular. seemed like a fitting tune given the state of things today. Hold on, I made a set list. So, a bass hang is an amazing and awesome thing. No, I'm not reading a speech here. It really is. People talk about those other instruments, the lesser instruments like guitars and drums and stuff. I got a good audience here. This is great. But to have like this many bass players in the same room at the same time is one, either none of us have gigs, or it is Monday after all, or two, it's just I've never witnessed the level of like camaraderie amongst the other instruments that I've witnessed amongst bass players. So it truly is like an honor and a pleasure to be playing for you today. Like I said, I have a bit of a head cold, but we're gonna just truck on and keep on going. I'm also here representing Remic Microphones, who actually, to my knowledge, this is the first time they've actually sponsored something in the United States. It's a Danish company. They're from Denmark, and you probably are wondering, like, well, where's the plug-in? Nothing's plugged in on this pickup. This is a Fishman Full Circle, but if you look real closely under the tailpiece, there's the microphone, and that's what you're hearing. This is the 5400 LB, and it's more oriented towards live bass, live performance than anything else. It's got a nifty voice for that. I'm gonna keep on going with the tune. I feel like playing some jazz today, so this is a tune called Stella by Starlight. asking Thorkill, he's the inventor of the microphone, like what specifically was it designed to do? It was actually designed to amplify the bowed strings. So he's got the whole lineup for all the rest of the bowed strings, and it does it quite well. So here's a song written for me by a buddy of mine from Austin. He's kind of a really cool dude. His name is Paul Waddle, and he writes a lot of like unaccompanied double bass repertoire. Yes, there is such a thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny how this came about when I approached him, or when he approached me about writing a tune for me for another recital I did about a year ago. It was right after I moved down from Duluth, Minnesota. And I don't know if you guys have ever like experienced cold like that. When it's like 63 consecutive days and it doesn't get above zero. Yeah, that's cold. But it was kind of funny how this came about, because when he wrote this and he sent it to me, we actually had one of those legendary snow days in Boone, North Carolina, where like, it threats snow and like everything shuts down. It's kind of funny. But it was kind of a joke. The title of this piece is called "And It Also Snows in North Carolina." I thought he was kidding, but nope. Ooh. Story time. You guys want a story? Here's a story. So this is a piece by a good friend of mine named Simon Garcia. He's a Spanish composer. And he's wrote it. It's called Three for Teppo. And it's 3 short pieces for an accompanied bass. Yeah, I'm telling you, these things are all over the place. But they were dedicated to Teppo Hauta Aho. He's a Finnish composer. He's probably like the most prolific composer of unaccompanied double bass repertoire there is out there. So very obscure. But what's really funny is I met Simon in Prague at the European Double Bass Festival in Prague a couple years back. And this is before I knew him. I got the piece because I loved like some of his work, and I saw Simon just standing there, hanging out with Teppo, and I was like, oh, there's Simon and Teppo. I got to go get autographs, because I'm like total double bass nerd fanboy. And so I go up to Simon and say, Simon Garcia, un momento por favor, can I get your autograph? So he's like, oh, great, no problem. For Adam with love. I hope you enjoy it, Simon. And then Teppo's standing right there. And like, so Mr. Teppo, would you mind signing this too? Because it's dedicated to you. And this is the kind of cat Teppo is, man. Total sweetheart. He draws a flower on the O of his name. So that's just the kind of guy he is. But this tune is it's a lot of fun. And it reminds me of I guess, sticking with the cold theme, I guess winter is coming. So this is a tune called Polar Lights, and I like playing it with like effects because I'm cool. Yes. Oh, why not? That was a tune by a truncated version of a song by one of the great bass pedagogues, one of the great bass soloists, Francois Rabat. And if you've never met the guy, oh, you haven't lived yet. The guy's like Yoda, I swear. Like, I took a lesson with him one time, and it was like, he was like, okay, I want you to find the D harmonic, find the D harmonic for me. I said, okay, cool, I can do that. So I'm checking. It's like, stop. Why are you checking? Why are you checking for the D? You know where the D, you know where it goes. So I look and I'm checking. Stop. You keep checking for the D. You know it. You keep. I kid you not. He said, he pulled a Yoda on me. He actually said this. He says, do not try to find the D. Do find the D. Like, and so I was like, okay, fine. It was like the most beautiful sound I ever made in my life. I was like, okay, yeah, this is why you're a guru, dude. But here's something a little bit different. No shadows, no stars. There's no moon and no cars. November. It only believes in the pile of dead leaves and the moon that's the color of bone. No prayers for November to linger longer. Stick your spoon in the wall and we'll slaughter them all. November has tied me to an old dead tree. Get word to April to rescue me. November's gold chain made of wet boots and rain, and shiny black ravens on chimney smoke lanes. November seems odd, you're my firing squad. November. With my hair slicked back with carrion shellac, and the blood from a pheasant and a bone from a hare, tied to like a buckshot flag. Go away, rain snout. Go away, blow your brains out. November. Thanks. The other great master, Tom Waits. I'm having fun. You guys having fun? Oh! Woo! Man. So, solo unaccompanied bass is, or double bass is, you know, I was telling somebody, we truly live in a spectacular age because this is happening more and more, and I'm just so happy to be part of it. But, you know, this was happening a long time ago, so I had a request from a gentleman earlier to play some Dragon Eddie, who was like the first great double bass soloist. And he actually wrote a series of waltzes that I'm going to play one for you. So, a little classical music for your listening pleasure this evening. And I think this is going to do it for me right here. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, Jake, for having me here. Thank you all, Asheville Bass.